Welcome back to IGN's Comic-Con coverage. Marvel Snap not only won IGN's Best Mobile Game of 2022, but it also almost made me lose my job at IGN because I'm so hopelessly addicted to it. Here to get us caught up to speed on the fastest game in the Marvel multiverse is the Marvel Snap team of Ben Brode, Jonny Erner, and Jomaro Kindred. Welcome to the show.
It's incredible to be here.
No, thank you for coming. Yeah, this is awesome. As someone who grew up playing, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and also reading Marvel comics all the time, Marvel Snap is just the perfect marriage of everything I love. So thank you for making this awesome game.
You're welcome.
Yes, yeah. We tried hard.
While I have you here, I want to know, how do you make a Marvel Snap card? What's that process like?
Well, it starts with figuring out what character we want to build a card around. And then we come up with cool, what is it going to do? How do we sell the fantasy of that character and bring it to life through card mechanics?
Yeah, so I think Human Torch is a great example of this. And so, hopefully we get to show you a really cool time lapse of one of the variants being made. But we start off with that base card, and that's something that Jomaro was able to kind of define that style, that really authentic comic book style.
So the important part is like really capturing the Marvel character and making him feel dynamic. That is the most important thing. I mean, they're larger than life characters. We have to sell it.
I love that. Human Torch is a larger life character. He can go supernova. I think his power matches that perfectly. We are seeing the time lapse here. This is an exclusive asset. You're seeing first time on IGN. I meant to say asset, not ass. My apologies. Who's the artist behind this? This is incredible.
So this is Kai Lun Q, and he's going to be on a panel with us later, and we're really excited. We got a chance to meet him at WonderCon, and now.
Wow! And the final product, the card with the gold border. That looks sick.
Yes,
That looks sick.
So yeah, how did you make the Human Torch? Like, how did you decide that's what he does?
So yeah, he goes supernova, right? Like flame on. And I just, we knew he has to do something so that at some point he says flame on. So we started with in Marvel Snap, when you move him, he doubles his power. That moment, doubling his power, is the moment where he gets we recorded, the exact voice, and we made an incredible visual effect for it. So he goes, flame on, every time you move him.
I love that. Because, yeah, he really doesn't have an upper limit because when he goes supernova. So you can just get bigger and bigger and bigger, doubling and doubling and doubling. While I have you guys here, an artist, people with a great appreciation for art, I actually want to show you my personal Marvel Snap collection.
Oh, please.
That I've been building since launch. So actually, if you wouldn't mind, just take a look, pass it down the line, and just tell me what you think. Be honest. Be honest.
When can we stop scrolling?
Oh yeah, you got Jeff the Baby Land Shark.
I saw the Scotty Young Doctor.
Yeah, if you find a card that you want to stop and talk about, go ahead and click on that card.
Oh yeah, okay.
And let me know what you think.
I'm loving all of the Scotty Young pieces I've been seeing.
That's fantastic.
Do we show it off?
No, you can just look at it. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what I see so far. The art is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The art is so amazing.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
What do you see? What do you see?
The Kim
What do you
Jacinto
like?
Apocalypse. I love that.
Yeah, click on that. Click on that bad boy.
Yeah, here we go.
There you go.
This is one of my favorites. I use this one in my discard deck as well.
I love that. Okay, cool.
And yeah, so much Scotty Young and the Dan Hips.
We got the Ryan Gonzalez Goose and Cosmo in here.
Oh, for sure.
Why do you have like 6 Galactus decks? That's my question.
Why do I have 6 Galactus? He's a great card.
What's happening here?
He destroys 2/3 of the board. Like, how am I not going to play that?
I got a deck called Welcome to Hella.
Hey.
The variants are great. I want to see more upgrades.
He's going after my decks now. Oh, no. Don't go too far back.
Keep going.
This
Keep
one's
swiping.
called
Keep swiping.
President-elect. What is
That's Dazzler in the comic books. In one future, she becomes the president. Come on.
I see the pixel variants. I like the pixel variants. I appreciate it. A lot of Dan Hip, a lot of Scotty Young, like I mentioned.
You mentioned the pixel variants.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can stop appraising my collection. I don't need to be embarrassed anymore.
Really well done.
Thank you. No, thank you. Thank you. Pixel variants, very controversial within the community. I think it's just because there's so many of them. Almost every card has one. So people get it. Sometimes they're a little disappointed. They're maybe not a fan of it. But yeah, what was the intention behind the pixel variants? And then what was your reaction to how they were received? And also, you made a premium mystery variant that is guaranteed not to have a pixel variant.
So that's a new addition, but to go back to the birth of pixel variants, we knew that it was an art style that we wanted to hit, and we were excited to be able to do it for all the characters. I will say there are staunch supporters and critics, both internally and obviously externally, but we think it's fun that you get to collect, one for every card, and to create a deck that is, like a unified theme is something that we think is really exciting.
And let's face it, they make great avatars.
Yeah. I think some of them are incredible, and not all of not all of them are.
But they spark conversation.
They certainly do. I love the Mysterio one. That one I split immediately. I love that one. That one's my favorite.
Professor X.
Professor X, yeah.
Is S tier.
Actually might be one of low-key, no cap, one of the best cards.
Wow. I've actually never seen this much pixel love ever. So, I'm a huge Marvel fan, and while you have a ton of characters, I love the spread of characters from niche to popular that you have in the game. I want to run my 3 favorite ones that aren't in the game by you, and just tell me what are the odds, that maybe not happening. My first one that I want to run by you is Beta Ray Bill. As everyone knows, he has essentially the power of Thor, and he's got a weird alien horse face. What are the odds of Beta Ray Bill making it into the game?
Yeah, the Hammer, Stormbreaker, I'm familiar.
Yeah.
One of my favorite characters as well. I don't want to get fired.
Why would you? Who would fire you?
I don't know. The powers that be.
I see. You don't want to say too much.
I don't want to say too much.
I see. Okay. All right.
He is a beloved character.
It sounds like the odds are good.
He's a beloved character. Okay.
He's a beloved character.
All right, my next favorite is Wiccan, the son of Scarlet Witch, Billy Kaplan, who people maybe saw in WandaVision, and Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So yeah, what are the odds of Wiccan joining the roster?
They are just as good as better.
Oh, wow. Okay. This segment's going great. Yeah.
There's
Okay.
This is stunning. There are many Marvel characters, thousands of them.
Yes.
But we're gonna make Marvel Snap for a really long time. So,
Okay. Well, then you might get my final favorite, this niche S-Men character who looks like Slimer from Ghostbusters, Dupe.
Wow.
Please tell me Dupe has a shot.
That's so funny. We were just not talking about it. No, we do like to do this. We like to dig deep into the barrel, find the deep cuts, and so nothing is off the table.
I love to hear that. Dupe has a chance.
Yeah. Oh yes.
I mean, look at him. He deserves
I can show you a thread on
certainly
Slack.
does.
I can show it to you.
Yeah, I have some ideas. Let's talk later on what he could do. IGN has a group chat of all the Marvel Snap players, as you probably would expect, and together they all decided they want to ask you one question, which is, what's your approach to turning pre-existing Marvel art into cards versus creating original art?
Well, that's interesting. So, there's a special place in my heart for the original art, right? I grew up excited about it. It's what inspired me to become an artist.
Yeah.
I love them both. We can create original art versus the reaching back and digging in the crates for all the stuff that's so nostalgic. It's a draw for me. There's no one that's better.
What's really interesting is that we get to, when we do the parallaxing, the 3D effect on the card, we have to go back and paint some of the backgrounds so that they show up when you turn the card, and we get to show people some of their favorite covers from Marvel history in a brand new way.
I love that. All the Jim Lee cards, I think, are a great example of that. That is awesome. So what's that?
I think, honestly, Marvel's like an incredible partner in this respect because they push us to be creative, which allows us the freedom with the original variants. So we get to do stuff like the steampunk variants, the 3099 variants, Venomized variants for characters that have never been Venomized. But we also want to make sure that those iconic artists from comic books that you have read and we've all read when we were kids, they get their comics in the game as well because we know people chase after them, like Jim Lee, like you just mentioned.
That is awesome. And I think that speaks to why I love this game so much. Thank you guys for talking to me. This has been so much fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's incredible. I love being here. I love talking to you.
Yo, me too. So Marvel Snap is available on the phone in your pocket right now. But warning, you will not be able to stop playing it. I can't stop. Actually, I loaded a game right now that I'm in the middle of, and it is a ranked game. Ben, would you actually read the outro for me? I'm a little preoccupied over here.
Okay, we've got plenty more Comic-Con ahead right here, so stick around and go download Marvel Snap.